Eastern Orthodox on the Saturdays of the Light. You know, the Christians, especially the Orthodox Christians, when they celebrate Easter, it has a very special ceremony, especially at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre on the Saturday, just before the Sunday of Easter. We have I tell you that on Saturdays of Easter, all the bells of the Holy Land will ring at the moment when the lights come out of the empty tomb, carried by the patriarch. It's tradition. When he comes out from the tomb carrying the candles for the light, commemorating the resurrection of Jesus. You should be here to see how emotional it is, how great it is for the Christians who were born here. When they see this once they are in Canada and the States, I think it's the worst moment for them, because that moment that very important for them since they were young, but they were obliged to leave the country and so on. The distance from this area up to the church or the Basilica of the Annunciation is a distance that Virgin Mary used to do twice a day. So you cannot complain. Don't tell me that I'm walking, you cannot complain. And why would she do this distance? Because in this area there has been a source of water. It's called Mary's Well. In the Bible, the New Testament, there's no mention for Mary's Well. But in the 2nd century, Apocrypha book, when you say Apocrypha, it means they are holy books, but they were not chosen among the Bible. So in the 2nd century books, they have mentioned a source of water close to Nazareth. So the Christians of Nazareth, especially the Orthodox community, have beliefs to say that the Archangel Gabriel appeared to Mary while she was at the source of water to announce to her the news that she will be pregnant from the Holy Spirit. And for the Orthodox community of Nazareth, they have built this church in the 18th century on ruins of a 12th century church, commemorating the Annunciation to Mary while she was at the source of water. This is to say that inside the church there is a source of water that is running since 2,000 years. How would we sure to say that it is a source of water that is so ancient? When we passed by the store, we have seen ancient bathhouse written. 7 years ago, the owners of the store wanted to make some restoration. And when they have uncovered the ground for restoration, they were surprised to discover some ceramic pipes. When you discover something old, you have to call the Ministry Authority, the ministries of the archaeology in Israel. So they came and they studied the pipes to see whether they were old or not. It's bound to be a 2,000 years old pipes that were part of a public bathhouse. Which means if you have a bathhouse, which means sauna, which means hammam, you must have a source of water running in the area. And since we did not find any other sources of water in the area, so for sure there has been a source of water in this area, saying that Mary and the other women of the village of Nazareth used to come on daily basis to bring water to their houses. So we are pretty sure that Virgin Mary and Jesus came to this area. To bring water to their houses. So for us, that will be an opportunity to see how it looks like an Orthodox church and how they are decorating the church. Look at the icons inside, at the paintings. All the paintings, I say icons, because in the Orthodox faith, you do not draw an icon, you write an icon. An icon tells you a story. If it is a square icon, this is likely to reflect the perfect image of God, and square means the four corners of the globe. If it is a round icon, which means the beauty of God is eternal. Yes, and in an endless circle. So,
There's a spiral.
through the icon you read a story. So in the Orthodox decoration of churches, they have so many icons that tell you a story of the event. And inside the church, you will see the paintings that date back from the time of the construction of the church in the 18th century. And you have the iconostas, what separates the altar from the people. It has the same meaning of the Holy of Holies for the Jews, when there has been a curtain separating the area where the Ark of the Covenant and the menorah used to exist, separating this chamber from the other part of the temple. It has the same ideas, because the curtain or the iconostas separates the area where the priest is in, representing Jesus, God, and the believers who are sitting outside. So during the Mass, the priest will come out 2 or 3 times, and he will pray through the altar and behind the iconostas. So the Orthodox faith has no difference with the Catholic faith. You have to know that. In our country, it's not a taboo saying that he's Orthodox or Catholic. It's the same. Both believe that Jesus was born in a miraculous way from the Virgin Mary. Both believe that Jesus was crucified and resurrected on the 3rd day. Both believe that Jesus ascended to heaven from the Mount of Olives. Both believe that Virgin Mary is the Mother of God, venerating her as a saint. There's no difference. We have some geopolitics differences between the Julian calendar and the Gregorian calendar. There are 13 days differences between both feasts. Otherwise, it's the same faith. An Orthodox Christian would form the sign of the cross like this. The 3 fingers representing the Trinity of God, and the 2 small fingers in the womb of Mary representing both human and divine character of Jesus. And they do the sign of the cross like this. The Greek and the Russians end the sign of the cross on the opposite direction where the heart is. But there is no other deep differences. It's the same. Okay, so let's get inside and have a look at that beautiful church. And if you'd like to touch the water, you can do it. And then we'll take just 10 minutes, and then we'll have to go to the Basilica of the Ascension.
شهيدا يا Ada? No? Gana?
We were welcome with the bell. We're bidding us goodbye with the bell.
This is the complex of the basilica. We are standing just right here. We are about to get inside the church that was built in 1914, commemorating the place where Joseph used to live. And if we believe that Joseph used to live here, this means that maybe the Holy Family as well. And after we visit this church, we are going to head to the upper basilica. This is the basilica that has two levels, two floors. The lower one is the place where you will see all the ancient churches built before, in addition to the grotto or the cave where the angel Gabriel appeared to Mary, announcing her the good news. The upper level, the upper floor, is the parish church for the Christian Catholic community of Nazareth, where you are going to do the Mass. So the entire complex, the basilica, the church, plus the Franciscan convent, which is used as well as a school, the Terra Santa school, the entire complex was built over half of the village of Nazareth. Nazareth, at the time of Jesus, used to have 25 families to 30 families. That's it. It was never mentioned in the Old Testament. Was never mentioned as a city that used to fight against the Romans. So this is to tell you that Nazareth was a humble, tiny village. By the way, Nathanael from Cana said, "What good can come out of Nazareth?" When they have presented him the Messiah from Nazareth, he said, "What good can come out of Nazareth?" This is to tell you because Nazareth was not important. But after the positive answer of Virgin Mary, it has now the Basilica, which is considered as one of the most important churches in the Middle East, if not the biggest one. It costed $60 million to build that church that has two floors in order to preserve all the ancient churches that were built during the Byzantine and the Christian. So follow me, Buddha represents the Jordan River. But we have sets here of stairs. We have a set of 7 steps. In Judaism, there is what we call a ritual bath, a mikveh. A ritual bath that was used for purification purposes. That used to have 2 sets of stairs. One at the right hand side, when a Jew willing to get purified will get down from the right hand side, and once he's immersed into the water, he got purification, he will come out from the right hand side. So this is something that you will see at the entrance of the temple in Jerusalem and in many other places. But here we have one set of 7 steps. This is to tell you that this was not a ritual bath, but they have used what it looks like a ritual bath as a baptistry. This is to say that this is a baptistry for adults who wanted to convert into Christianity. 7 steps, leading us to the perfect number, which is 7, composed of the 4 elements of the globe: air, fire, earth, and water, plus the Trinity of God. And once you take the steps, you get immersed into the whole and you are baptized. This was the Judeo-Christian baptistry. This is to say that in this area we had a Judeo-Christian community used to live in Nazareth. And this is a baptistry for adults. Don't forget the very first Christians were among the Jews during the 3 first centuries, even 4 centuries. When the Byzantine became a super Christian power, they put an end to the influence of the Jews. So the Judeo-Christians used to believe that Jesus was the Messiah, but not the Son of God. And they used to celebrate Easter on Saturdays, and they used to celebrate Masses on Saturdays. By the way, we still have them in this world, and they were called Messianic Christians. They still hold some of the Jewish culture, like celebrating Masses on Saturdays, and about the way of eating, but they are Christians. They believe that Jesus was the Messiah. The Son of God is something else. So just remember this issue. This is the baptistry for the Judeo-Christian community of Nazareth. And here you are in the crypt of the upper church, where you have 3 stained glasses, one to the left, one here, and one to the right, honoring Joseph. The one to the left was the one where Jesus approached Joseph at the moment of his death, and this one is the place where we honor Mary and Joseph during their engagement. This the stained glass honoring Joseph.